BUCS fans, we were dreaming of a smooth sail to a third Lombardi. But the storm just hit. A beloved legend just made headlines, our offensive line just took a crushing blow, and now even our defense, the pride of Tampa, is under fire. Before we've even played a single down, chaos has arrived. And trust me, what just came out of the locker room? It's shocking, hilarious, and terrifying all at once. Let's get into it, because everything just changed. BUCS Nation, take a deep breath. You feel that? That sharp mix of excitement and dread? That's not just the Florida salt in the air. That's the start of a brand new season, and it's already wild before we've even snapped the ball once. This was supposed to be our next big hunt, our mission for ring number 3. But just when it felt like we were gaining control, the football gods tossed a grenade right in the middle of our plans. And the damage? It's coming from every direction. First, a shocking twist from a fan-favorite legend. Then, a massive blow to the heart of our offensive line. And just when we thought our defense might carry us again, there's suddenly the center of brutal doubt. Rankings are dropping, analysts are questioning everything, and fans are left wondering, did we really fix anything this offseason? It's like someone flipped our whole playbook upside down. And it gets crazier. Behind the scenes, deep in the locker room, usually a place for focus and toughness, something unexpected just came to light. A story so hilarious, so completely Gronk, that you'll laugh out loud. And maybe get chills too. It's the kind of moment that reminds you how close this team once was. How powerful that Super Bowl energy used to be. Yes, Rob Gronkowski is back in the spotlight, not on the field, but on a podcast with his old teammate Julian Edelman. And the story he just shared about our defensive beast Vita V, it's comedy gold. With a touch of intimidation. Picture it, Gronk, being his usual goofy self, walks past Big Vita in the locker room and gives him a friendly slap on the backside. But when it's Gronk and a guy built like a freight train, things don't go as planned. More on that in a second, because while this story might make you laugh, the rest of this episode is anything but funny. Because at the same time this story came out, disaster struck our offensive line. Our left tackle, the man who guards the quarterback's blind side, just got some devastating news. His season might be in serious trouble before it even begins. And if that doesn't give you chills as a BUCS fan, it should. Because without him, our QB is in danger. Our run game suffers. Our whole offensive rhythm collapses. And to make matters worse, the defense, the one thing we were hanging our hope on, just got slapped with a gut punch ranking. Analysts are saying what we feared. This unit isn't what it used to be. Polls, doubts, and whispers of underachievement are back in full force. So now we have to ask, can this team bounce back from an early, brutal hit to the trenches? Can our defense shut up the doubters and become elite again? And can we keep finding moments of joy, like Gronk's wild locker room story, in the middle of all this madness? The answers aren't clear. But one thing is, this season just got real fast. Now it's your turn, BUCS Nation. Rate your confidence from 1 to 10. Are we still playoff bound or already sinking? And drop your boldest prediction in the comments. Who's stepping up? Who's shocking the world? 1 second, it's all laughs in the locker room. The next, it's a warning shot. When even Rob Gronkowski backs down, you know you're dealing with something serious. And just as that story leaves you grinning, reality smashes through the door with a brutal blow to our defense that we cannot ignore. Let's talk about the power, the fear, and the fire, because what comes next might be our biggest test yet. Picture this, BUCS Nation. Gronk, the wild, unstoppable, wrecking ball of a tight end, walks through the locker room with his usual big smile and goofy energy. He spots Vita V, our giant defensive tackle, and gives him a light pat on the back. A classic Gronk move, just his way of saying, let's go. Let's have a day. But that's when it happened. Vita turned around slowly, and the look in his eyes? Ice cold. Dead serious. A look that could freeze fire. Gronk said it was the kind of stare that instantly made him regret every decision in his life. And then, V spoke. Never slap my ass again. And just like that, the beast had spoken. And Gronk, the same guy who plowed through defenders, danced in the end zone, and trucked through linebackers? He didn't laugh it off. He didn't talk back. He just nodded and said, no problem, Vita. Whatever you say. Now stop and really think about that. Even Gronk, fearless, legendary, larger than life, was humbled in that moment. Because when you're face to face with 6'4", 347 pounds of unstoppable force, there's no pretending. Vita V isn't just strong, he's scary strong, the kind of strong that makes even NFL stars step back. But this story isn't just funny. It's a reminder of what made that Super Bowl team so special. The personalities, the power, the chemistry. Behind every win was a group of guys who pushed, respected, and challenged each other, even through laughter and tension. That locker room was electric. But don't let the laughs fool you. Because while we're smiling at Gronk's story, the storm is still raging. And now it's hitting our secondary. Last season, our defensive backfield was in shambles, one injury after another. It felt like every week we were plugging holes and praying for a miracle. Opposing quarterbacks torched us, leading the league in passing yards against us. And let's not forget, we had only 7 interceptions all year. That's brutal. We knew that had to change. So the front office made moves. They brought in veteran Kendall Vilder, re-signed Bryce Hall, drafted Benjamin Morrison in round 2 and Jacob Parrish in round 3. Even added undrafted safeties J.J. Roberts and Shiloh Sanders. There was hope. Real, cautious optimism. But then came the gut punch. Pro Football Focus just released their secondary rankings. Out of all 32 NFL teams, the BUCS came in at number 22. 22. After all the work, all the hype, all the talk, they looked at us and said, "Show us something." We don't buy it, not yet. Yes, they gave credit to Jamel Dean and Antwan Winfield Jr., but they made it clear those two have to return to elite form or this unit is in trouble again. And here's what stings the most. Zion McCollum, a player who started to flash real promise last season, didn't even get a mention. Nothing. Not even a line. This is what we're up against. A defense trying to rebuild its identity. A secondary with a mountain to prove. And analysts who don't believe in us, not on paper, and definitely not on the field. So what do you think, Bucks Nation? Was Puff right to rank us 22nd, or are they sleeping on a rebuilt, hungry secondary? Drop your ranking prediction in the comments. Where do you think our DBs finish this year? And name the one player who must step up for this defense to silence the critics. Just when it felt like things couldn't get worse, they did. While we were still reeling from the doubts about our secondary, the biggest blow of all just landed, and it could change everything for the Buccaneers offense. This isn't just bad news, it's a full-blown crisis. Bucks Nation, this is where it gets real. We've talked about the secondary. We've talked about rankings, but this next update? It might be the most painful gut punch we've received all offseason. While we were hoping to see our young corners and safeties rise to the challenge, news dropped that hits the very core of our offensive strength. Our all-pro left tackle, the rock of our offensive line, the man who protects our quarterback's blind side. Tristan Wirfs is hurt, and not just a minor setback, it's serious. Let that sink in. This is the guy who holds the whole line together. The one player we absolutely could not afford to lose. And now? He might not even step onto the field until week 5. It started with what looked like a simple knee brace at minicamp. Coach Todd Bowles said everything was fine. He told us not to worry, that Wirfs would be ready for training camp. But that's not what happened. Wirfs had arthroscopic knee surgery, and during that procedure, doctors found even more damage than they expected. It's no longer just a small issue. It's a major red flag. And now, he's expected to start the season on the PUP list, the physically unable to perform list. That means he'll miss at least the first 4 games and won't even be eligible to return until week 5 against the Seahawks. Bucks fans, this is devastating. Tristan Wirfs is more than just another lineman. He's our anchor. He protects our QB's blind side. He opens lanes for the run game. He gives our offense time to breathe. Without him, it's chaos in the trenches. Charlie Hack is next in line. A decent backup, but replacing a guy like Wirfs? That's not a replacement. That's a mission impossible. And let's not forget the defenses we'll face early in the season. Pass rushers who will smell blood the moment they realize Wirfs isn't on that field. They'll come after our quarterback like sharks. That's not just a player missing. That's Josh Grizzard, our brand new offensive coordinator, having to scrap and rewrite parts of his game plan before the season even begins. It affects everything. Our QB's confidence, the run-pass balance, the timing of every single play. And remember, we're still not even sure who the full-time starting quarterback will be. No matter who it is, they just lost their best bodyguard. So where do we go from here? Can this offensive line adapt fast enough? Can Grizzard scheme around it? Can someone unexpected rise and hold the line while Wirfs seals? And more importantly, can our questionable secondary, ranked 22nd, remember, step up and give this offense a chance to breathe? Because right now, this team is staring adversity in the face. The locker room has to tighten, the depth has to show up, and the entire fan base has to rally around this squad. So tell us, Bucks Nation, what does this injury mean for our season? Can we survive the first month without Tristan Wirfs? And which player, offense or defense, has to become the hero? Drop your answers in the comments below. Give us your 1 to 10 confidence level going into week 1. And don't hold back. We're in this together. The war is coming. The adversity is real. But this is Tampa Bay. We fight. And we don't back down.